I want to talk about separating the companies. I don't know what to do. You know, I'm in the crossroads here. Do I take my company? Do I start all over again? If we're not going to be able to work together, negotiate something. Mm-hmm. I feel like when I talk to you about it that, you know, we don't have the same opinion and we don't listen to each other. So it's just kind of like we're not going to work out. Then, you know, I need to take my company, which means starting over with zero, which upset me too. It's just been a lot of stress on me.
I think we've both had a lot of stress.
It's been hard the last 2 years because we've had the anger and the bitterness and the resentment, and I'm tired of being angry. I'm tired of being stressed all the time. Mom, I don't want to be that way. I don't want to feel that way towards you. We fight a lot, but I don't want my only living parent not to talk to her.
I mean, I was bitter towards you too, and I was angry towards you. And then the more I thought about it, yeah, you know, I'm 77 years old. I go to bed at night and I think, do I really want to continue this battle? You're all I have. I don't have anyone else. Just go ahead and keep building the company. I don't need it. I don't need it.
But then the company will be 100% mine or 75%
No,
mine?
you're going to have 100%.
Really? Why, after all this time, did you just decide now to do this?
Why don't you be happy and say, oh, Mom, I'm so glad you do this.
Maybe
This is
because
great.
it's such a shock, I'm having a hard time.
Well, how do you think I'm shocked too, but I'm happy shocked.
Last year when I gave the keys to Deandra, I knew Deandra, business-wise, was not ready for that. But I finally came to this decision because it's not worth losing the relationship I have with my only child.
I felt like 1,000 pounds had been lifted off my shoulders. It was like everything melted away. The worries, the stress, the anger.
I want Deandra to be successful and be happy with whatever she does with the company. I think it could go either way. It could go great and she can be really, really successful, or it could just fall flat on its face.
Well, I just want you to know, Mom, I really wanted to continue your legacy. I mean, you've done this for 23 years, and I wanted to see it go for, 50, 100 years, whatever it is.
I really believe in my heart, now that we've come to this agreement, that we can have a great mother-daughter relationship.
That means a lot. That she would do that for me.
So you do whatever you want to do.
I just, have a little bit of hesitance because I want to see the signature on the dotted line before I really believe it.
You're my only child, Deandra. I have no one else. I'm gonna get the lawyer to draw up the papers. Let's just go from there and see what happens.
Okay.
I love you very much. Okay.
Thank you.
I love you too,
I'm not a gossip, but if you're gonna ask me point blank what people have been saying, sure.
Stephanie has been saying that you're really sweet and a nice person. Kameron hasn't said anything to me about you. Brandy has said that maybe you were in Kameron's ear a little bit.
Kameron doesn't have a voice of her own, let's be honest. LeeAnne will chirp in her ear.
In Kameron's ear about what?
Just because her behavior's been different toward me and Deandra and...
So I love that Brandy always loves to blame me, but...
Well, and I mean, I listened to her and said, maybe that's the case. I don't know.
It's okay for her to feel that way.
I agree.
But I'm not telling her, don't do it, or stand up, or do this. Kameron is her own human.
And that's what I would assume.
I didn't say anything to Kameron that I wouldn't say in front of you, which is exactly what I just said.
I just want to give you credit, and I feel like I deserve a little credit, too.
You definitely do.
Thank you for the juicy info that, of course, I did want and will take. However, you want me to give you credit for being my good friend because you narked on Brandy. Maybe they need to add to the Olympics, throwing people under the bus.
What? I do appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm nervous. They need to put more deodorant on.
I feel like my child's gonna be performing right now.
Me too.
Wait, are we in 29 seconds, really?
Yes,
I'm gonna go. Look.
20 seconds.
And 15 seconds.
Oh,
Turn it up.
That means it's time for our new at 22, and today is particularly exciting because if you watch...
There she is. Oh, here he is. Here we go. Okay, turn it up.
We have Shannon Beador joining us. This is the first time Shannon's on stage, and I'm nervous because she just always goes for the negative.
I need to get the beginning down. I could start out with saying, I have had a weight fluctuation for the last year and a half. I've gained a whopping 40 pounds.
I don't think anybody wants to hear about your weight.
No, but...
Why throw a negative in there?
I want her to be more positive and not talk about the weight.
I created Real for Real Cuisine because, for those of you who don't know me, I've been on this emotional roller coaster for the last couple years, and so I realized I have to create a balanced lifestyle. And so every entree is under 450 calories.
Yes.
It's been portioned for you with 10 ounces.
I styled her.
And you don't have to sacrifice flavor.
Looks good. That looks nice. I like the jacket.
And I think she looks great. She's wearing my jacket. She looks like a pro. She doesn't look nervous to me at all.
In order to eat better for you.
The jacket's too small. It's Kelly's jacket. Yeah, I don't like the jacket, and I don't like the shirt.
And so as you open up this tender and moist salmon, the cream cheese actually flows out onto the rice and the zucchini.
So you know what? First of all, I was gonna say I adore that particular flavor, but here is the second flavor. Oh, wait. What happened? She dropped her card, so she goes down and picks it up and then stands up. Oh, no.
Coming up.
Hi, may I have your first item number?
Hi, I have 2 items, and they're the Shannon Beador Real for Real, and I'm her very good friend.
Okay.
I adore that particular flavor, but here is the second flavor. We're gonna go for... Oh, wait. What happened? She dropped her card, so she goes down and picks it up and then stands up. No, don't bend over on live TV. This is not good. This is about getting balance back in your life. You didn't just decide, I want to go into the food business because you thought it would be a good idea. You had some things happen in your life that made you rethink how everything was happening, and you thought, how can I share my knowledge with other women, knowing how difficult daily life can be for all of us?
I mean, I've got this going on right now.
No, don't grab the belly. Oh my God, she didn't. She did not.
Oh, Shannon, you really need to be pointing at your fat on your stomach. Like, come on. I don't have to point out that I have a big ass.
Why would she do that?
Where are your Spanx?
But she didn't need to do that. Nobody would have even